Everything has a price. Sometimes pride can lead us down dark paths. I never imagined that simply wanting recognition could cost me my soul. In a small town where everyone knows each other, Leon and Claire seemed like the perfect couple. They grew up together, but their paths diverged. Claire got into one of the best universities in the country and soon after, landed a job that paid more than they had ever dreamed of. To everyone else, this was a reason to be proud. But for Leon, it was a source of worry. The love he felt for Claire began to mix with insecurity, and he wanted to change that at any cost. Leon is a simple guy. He worked as a mechanic in his father's shop and, though not particularly ambitious, always believed he would have a happy life with Claire. She, on the other hand, had always dreamed big. Since childhood, she was smart and dedicated. Her acceptance into the best university in the state surprised no one. What surprised everyone was how quickly she rose after that. Soon after starting college, Claire met professors and family friends who helped her land a well-paying job. Over time, she began to experience a reality different from Leon's. Fancy restaurants, wealthy colleagues, things that had once seemed like a distant dream. Slowly, Leon began to feel distant from her. Claire, who once looked at him with pride, now seemed to look at him with pity, and it destroyed him inside. The small town they lived in didn't help. Everyone talked about Claire's success and compared her to her boyfriend. They said things like, "It won't take long for her to find someone on her level." Deep down, Leon started to believe it too. One night, after drinking alone on a dark, empty road, Leon heard someone calling his name. When he turned around, he saw a tall man in a black cloak, wearing strong cologne. He had never seen this man before. Leon grew uneasy and said, "I don't have any money. I've already spent what little I had." The man laughed loudly and replied, "I'm not here for your money. In fact, I've come to make you an offer." "What kind of offer?" Leon asked, wanting to leave but too nervous to think straight. "I know something's bothering you. You feel like your life is falling apart. I can fix your problem. All you have to do is leave a bottle of alcohol right here and give me a little of your blood." Leon stepped back. "I'm not giving you anything, you lunatic." But when he looked into the man's eyes, he froze. This was no ordinary man. "If you don't believe me, I'll prove it. Leave your bottle here and I'll change your life. Come back here next week at midnight, leave your blood and we'll seal the deal. You'll have everything you want." Not wanting trouble, Leon left the bottle and ran home. The cloaked man stayed in the same spot, a smile on his face. In the days that followed, opportunities arose. His father retired and decided to leave the shop to him. Wealthy clients started coming to the shop, paying more than usual for his services. Customers came from other towns and even other states. The shop grew and now he had employees. And Claire, she seemed to see him differently. Proud and pressed, just like everyone else in town. Everything seemed perfect, until shadows began to follow him. At first, it was just bad feelings and the impression of being watched. Then he started seeing dark figures and hearing whispers. Every night, he dreamed of the cloaked man calling him to finish the deal. Leon enjoyed the good life but feared what might happen if he went through with it. One night, while Claire was sleeping over, he woke up to the sound of something dragging across the floor. His heart raced when he saw a dark figure standing near the bed. He closed his eyes, prayed, and when he opened them, it was gone. He wanted to believe it was just another nightmare, but then Claire stirred beside him and murmured, frightened, "Leon, who was here?" His blood ran cold. She had seen it too. The consequences were starting to show. "Leon, I know what I saw. There was someone in the room." Her fear made his chest heavy. That night he couldn't sleep. He spent the whole night thinking about what to do. The next day he tried to seek help but found nothing about the strange cloaked man. After that night, Leon feared the entity might go after Claire. He decided to return to the road where the pact was made to finish what he had started. In the dead of night, he went back and saw the bottle still in the same spot, untouched and without a speck of dust. He lit candles and cut his palm. The air grew heavy and the man appeared. "Are you ready, Leon?" As he looked into the man's eyes and saw again that this was no human, Leon remembered everything he had been through, the thing in his dreams, how it had woken him, how he and Claire had been threatened. In that moment he thought of his father, a humble man who had raised and supported his family. Leon realized he shouldn't have paid attention to the town gossips and said with courage, "I want to cancel the pact." The entity laughed. "I gave you everything you ever wanted. Do you think you're anything without my help? You're worthless. If you don't finish the pact, I'll take everything you have." Leon took a deep breath, covered his hand and said, "I don't care. I don't want this life anymore." For a moment there was silence. The entity looked at him with disdain. "Then our deal is broken." At that moment, the bottle shattered on its own, and Leon found himself alone on the deserted road. Leon went back to working at the shop, but the clients stopped coming. He soon realized he wasn't getting any more customers and discovered that some employees were stealing parts and items from clients' cars. Due to the lack of money and the losses he had to cover, he decided to close the shop. Leon was broke and believed he was alone. But, contrary to what the townspeople said, Claire stayed by his side and used her money to help him reopen his shop. Now he started from scratch in a smaller space than his father's and as the only employee. But he decided to invest in his life and took courses to specialize. Over time and with effort, Leon grew the shop and recovered everything he had lost.